Hi friends, this is Mahavir. I'm a technology software architect, senior software engineer, corporate trainer, and a proven enlightened spiritual leader. Today I'd like to get exposed politically supported mobbing and a kind of a bigotry or a phishing, stalking, threatening, eternal inside outside enjoyment, how it can play a role as a savior. Also, I'll take to the various complaints launched in police stations and ministries and all, which gives a big picture and a complete idea and all. So before to talk about this screenshot, before to talk about this complaint, which is currently reflecting in our screen, I like to play and let me I like to play this audio clip, which will give the idea that where the criminal himself is confirming that he had forcefully entered into my house in abroad and he had committed a serious crime, a kind of a terrorism because it's a global or a bigotry or an encroachment or a phishing or a snooping or a theft.
No, just want to wait. So actually, no, they're waiting so here. Okay, just complete this and then I'll move it. So on 10th of February, you pinged me. Since 1 month, you were trying to ping me, but I was not replying you at all. I was just trying to give you some sort of hi hello, just as a reply. You were pinging me 10 times, and I was trying to reply 1 or 2 times. Then what do you understand from this? Do you think I was respecting you on a talk, on a messages? Okay, just continue. Yeah, don't stop. Just tell me logically. I have so all your. You're not interested in replying. Yeah, I know that. I was not interested. Is it correct? Yes. Is it correct? Yes, right. Tell me. Yeah. Then, after 2 months, what did make to you that you pinged me back again, and I was not respecting you since 2 months properly? I was not giving a reply to you. What made it to you that you pinged me back again after I disrespect you for since 2 months, and you asked me that you still want the same room? Yeah. Is it correct? Okay. Continue then. Okay. Yeah. You shared your private and confidential offer letter. Is it correct? Okay. Yeah. Continue. Yeah. I just said. Yes. Have you taken a consent from your Robert Bosch? Why should I take a consent? He called me brother. You want to?
Actually, I don't call him brother. We can see the screenshots where he himself is trying to become my brother and trying to be friendly. So we should understand that how a person can commit a crime using taking the unneeded advantages and all. So he started sending scrap things unnecessarily, and I was on a call. I didn't respect him at all, but he was still ready to ask me my personal questions and all. Like, I didn't share any information, but it was important to take him to the right place. So I took him to the Consulate General of India in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. But unfortunately, I found that Consulate was also trying to suppress the matter, and it's the consulate's responsibility to launch a complaint against this guy. But instead of launching a complaint, the consulate was offering a tea. I already disclosed the matter before this guy was not ready to come to the office. I took him to the office, and so that's how this matter is about. Again, if we see there are sets of different complaints. Like, so I registered in Chennai crime branch, and it's currently in the cybercrime wing. They have not taken any actions yet. I have a email from a commissioner of police of Chennai, and I had communicated with the Bosch Global, whose ticket number is listed here. And this is the Chennai CCB, Chennai Crime Branch complaint number. And so that's how this particular screenshot is about. Now, a possible reason why it's happening, there are 2-3 different reasons why it's happening, and it's somewhere linked to my past and my some kind of a superiority conflicts, and I'm in a proven state actually. So let me take you to that. Like, I'm running a page on the name of a predictions, which I just writes an article. Everyone have a right to write articles, which is more a futuristic kind of articles, which have a hashtags on a Twitter. I also used to put emails to top politicians on a suggestion box and all, which is in a reliable language, which clearly states it's a mere predictions. And but fortunately, I have a backup that I have thousands of predictions that already came true. And my story is very similar to the Nostradamus, who was a French scholar and a scientist, and who invented a vaccine in a darkest day of a plague in European countries and all. Uh, so this is a similar story of mine. We are also ongoing through the darkest day of coronavirus right now, which is also one of my prediction. Like, so we can read this, that what kind of predictions I used to make. Like, so this is in February 21st, or to one of so many different politicians. I requested them that please, that this is what the vision I had shown. There are so many different politicians who knows me personally, and may not be by the face, but they know my activities and they know that my predictions had came true. So if we are putting on someone's Twitter and regularly all the predictions keeps on coming true, they will recognize us on the basis of the theme which we are running, and also a Twitter photograph or a Facebook photograph. They will recognize by that to us. Like, so I'd written China can tech with India. Tech may not be with military or borders. It's not confirmed. And it's the Delhi and Asia's earthquakes. After this, the almost 2-3 earthquakes had came in Delhi and Pakistan and Iran regions and all. Like, and this is a lockdown predictions where I'm discussing about the king of the country uh, where I'm telling him that the lockdown is going to happen and the reason behind the lockdown and all, basically. So we can see that a king of a country have two options. One is to surrender to the ultimate Lord and to the oneness, who's trying to guide you, who's trying to take you to the right direction. But instead of following to the right direction, if the king of a country says, "Oh man, I'll not left you," and then if they are not ready to respect the ears of the gods, or the voice of the gods, then we had already seen that thousands of predictions is pointing towards a single direction, that there is a sense of something is going to happen and it's the right time for saving the environment. So I will ask everyone to go through this Twitter board and different hashtags and all, where you can compare the dates, comments, and on a predict show page. So this is my predict show page, where we can see there is thousands of predictions and all, basically. Like, so this is a kind of a superiority, but it's not just a mere superiority. I'm trying to take it till a level of a proven enlightenment, who can be a possible assurance and who can be a savior to different kings of countries. And also that's what I had been informed by the board of director from the grace of the gods. So this is a person, his name is Tyag Vallabh Swami. He is a trustee in one of a college name as Atmiya University. It's based in Rajkot. I was a part of, they used to conduct the sabhas in Rajkot city, a Swaminarayan Sampradaya, who you can find whose Swaminarayan Sampradayas. You can just search scams and rape cases. There are like thousands of videos available on the name of rape cases and big blunders like the menstruations issues and locking down the women's and serious crimes against this kind of people. So we can understand that everything is politically integrated somehow, but I don't know why the local politicians had already realized, but still, like, why that people are allowing this kind of trustees to run a college and all, like. So this is called as corporate mobbing, and backed up by corporate and political bigotries. So I might come up with the third case. I just disclosed the second case. And out of this corporate and political bigotries, case 3, I want that we should stop supporting criminal terrorists. I'm requesting the Bosch, I'm requesting the local politician offices in Rajkot that please do not support this kind of mischief and this kind of serious crimes, which can and that too against a person who is truly enlightened, and not only truly enlightened, it's about the proven enlightenment. I have capacity to prove it again and again, where the rocks had been shaken, where the mountains had been shaken at one place, not only one time, 3 times. Besides, the grace had shown the furious powers, where words against the topmost politicians had came true, and I was able to take the biggest politicians down within a few months only, giving a certificate in advance that please stop this, otherwise it will lend you into the heaven. So, and all such things had happened already, like. So this is called as corporate and political bigotries, global mob lynching, encroachment, cybercrime, financial abuse. I'll take you to the screenshots where this guy is forcefully asking and pinging unnecessarily. I didn't entertain him at all, but he was just pinging, like, So this is a kind of, and sharing a fake Bosch company offer letter signed by his managing director. And when I registered a complaint, his company is somehow trying to reply once, but unable to resolve the complaint, and didn't took any action. But this guy was completely funded well to fight back with me and all, like. So this is the police complaint in detail. We can see this police complaint from a Chennai crime branch in detail. Unfortunately, on a day of a Vijayadashmi, police commissioner gave us some sort of supported email to me and all. And I also have a prime minister support. So this is a prime minister supporting letter who had forwarded the same to the police commissioner of Chennai. And but still the police commissioner of Chennai, maybe the crime is not cognizable crime and is unable to take the action. So I might require to take this to the topmost Supreme Court or a High Court lawyer who can take the instant actions against such companies, and almost 4 to 5 corporate and a spiritual and a political level of a bigotry. Even the CIC, after RTI and first appeal, the CIC had given a decision for one more company called as a Growfitter. These are the people from a Growfitter against whose reply is pending, who had not given any reply against the FIR, against the complaint launched in Goregaon, Mumbai police stations and all. And this is the CIC order, which is stating, in view of the above, the appellant is directed to specify what information he is seeking. And point number 7 on the RTA application, within 7 days from the date of seeking. Thereafter, the CPI is directed to provide an additional reply. The council is also issued a warning for rejecting the first appeal without submitting the appeal to the first appellate authority for decision. He should note that in case such a lapse is repeated in future, the commission will be constrained to initiate strict action against him. The present CPI is directed to serve a copy of this order to the concerned CPI for this information. So this is the whole case, and I think the only hope which can be left is from the High Court. And I'm asking all the topmost lawyers to approach me, and I'm also asking the politicians to support me, taking this as a special case, because I'm working for a noble cause, and